KWQC studio. This is TV6 News at 10.
An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell. This news is heartbreaking to both Breasia's family and our Davenport community. Our deepest sympathies and heartfelt prayers are with all of those who are affected by this tragic loss.
It's devastating to the poor mom and the family. It's just awful.
We are so sorry this happened. And it was not your fault. The loss of Breasia will create a ripple effect of trauma throughout our entire community.
An emotional day today, not just for law enforcement, but the entire community, as human remains found last week in Clinton County are now confirmed to be those of missing Davenport girl Breasia Tyrell. I'm David Nelson.
And I'm Sharon DeReek. Tonight we have team coverage regarding the latest announcement by officials. TV6's Spencer Mackey has more on what's next, and TV6's Montse Rocosa will have reaction from the community on this devastating news.
First, we begin with the events leading up to the discovery. Last week, Monday evening of last week, Clinton County deputies responded to the area between 210th and 218th Streets just east of Highway 61 as two fishermen had found human remains. In a press conference the following day, police emphasized the remains had not yet been identified at that point, and the wait for results could be another 1 to 2 weeks, they said at the time. Scott and Clinton County investigators, along with the FBI, were there all night last Monday night, well into the evening that Tuesday, preserving and extracting the remains.
Over 1 week later, police are now calling this a homicide investigation. In a press conference held today in Davenport, officials confirmed the remains found in a small body of water just north of DeWitt are those of missing 10-year-old Breasia Terrell.
An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Tyrell.
Earlier today, Breasia's mother, Aisha Langford, released a statement regarding the discovery of her daughter's body. She says, "Words cannot describe the heartache and emptiness that we now feel that police have confirmed the remains located in DeWitt, Iowa, are Breasia. Our love for Breasia has gotten us through the past 9 months and will continue to see us through as we fight for justice." She goes on to say, "We ask for privacy as we grieve the loss of our daughter, sister, and friend. Our focus will now be on seeking answers to what happened on the night she was last seen."
During today's news conference, Davenport Police Chief Paul Sikorsky said in order to maintain the integrity of the investigation, he would not be able to talk about any specifics at this point. TV6's Spencer Mackey joins us live tonight and has more on what's next. Spencer?
David, Chief Sikorsky says he doesn't have an exact timeline for possible charges as investigators are still working to gather details. Sikorsky says anyone with information is still encouraged to contact police. He's also asking for community patience as the investigation continues and says he wants to ensure the community, when details can be shared, the public will know.
As we told you last Monday in Clinton County with Sheriff Greenwald, that we would let you know just as soon as we could when we had information on this. We will continue to do that for our community's sake, for Breasia's sake, and Breasia's family.
No charges have been filed, but convicted sex offender Henry Dinkins, who was previously named a person of interest, remains in jail on unrelated charges. Back to you.
Thanks, Spencer. Breasia's death is heartbreaking for our entire community. TV6's Montse Rocosa has more on how people in the Quad Cities are dealing with such terrible news.
Just 2 hours ago, Davenport School sent out a message to parents saying the district is saddened by the loss of their student, Breasia Terrell, and they'll have additional counseling available tomorrow. As I walked around Davenport tonight, some people I spoke with hadn't heard the news of Breasia Terrell's remains being found, and they were shocked to know this could happen in the Quad Cities, especially to a 10-year-old girl.
It makes me angry. It just makes me angry is the word I can think of, you know, for all the parents and that have children that are missing. And yeah, my sister's kids, if that happened to them, I just don't know what I would do. It's devastating.
Family Resources wants to make sure anyone in the community who is upset or dealing with a loss knows they can contact them. The organization is providing counseling and resources to kids or parents that may not know how to cope with this loss.
Not only is this a tragic loss and grief for kids, it may scare them, right? If you're a 9-year-old girl and you just saw a 9-year-old girl on TV for 10 months being missing, they might think that that's going to happen to them. So we have to talk to them about all the ways that the adults in their life keep them safe to help them process the grief that they have, but also give them a sense of security.
Family Resources helped answer calls when Breasia first went missing and gathered resources for volunteers. Another group that helped was the Aware Foundation. They sent us a statement tonight saying this was not the outcome anyone expected, and their thoughts and prayers are with Breasia's loved ones. As a community, we came together for Breasia. Back to you, David.
All right, thanks, Monse. And Monse mentioned Family Resources. You can contact their 24/7 hotline. You can call the number that we're going to put on the screen, 866-921-3354. We have more resources and tips for parents on how to talk to your children right now on our TV6 News app and website. Of course, this is a developing story, a very important one. We're following it for you. We'll update you as soon as we get new details both on air and online.
All right, let's turn to our weather now. We're a cold and blustery day in the Quad Cities. But tomorrow starts a new month, Teresa, and although it's going to be cold tomorrow, things are going to be getting better here soon.
Yeah, things are looking up. Temperatures are looking up. And right now, though, on the chilly side, as we continue to see some cloud cover across our region, those clouds expected to continue for at least a little while longer. We will continue to see some of that cloud cover moving through our area, but clearing skies taking place, and then some sunshine as we head into early Thursday, but frosty conditions, so a very chilly start as temperatures dip down into the teens and 20s, so well below freezing for many locations. In fact, right now we're at 32 degrees, northwest winds at 10. 29 now in Dubuque, 30 in Maquoketa, 31 in Rock Falls, 32 in Princeton and Kewanee, 30 degrees in Muscatine, 27 in Mount Pleasant, 31 in the Burlington area. Winds have calmed down considerably over the past couple of hours. Still a little bit on the breezy side, but we expect to see those very cold temperatures dropping down into the 20s for our area, but looking forward to more sunshine and a nice warm-up for the holiday weekend.
Traumatic moments caught on camera and new evidence never before seen by the public. All of that unfolded on day 3 in the trial of Minnesota versus Derek Shovin. Camila Bernal is in Minneapolis now with the latest.
Court coming to a halt Wednesday. 61-year-old Charles McMillan breaking down watching video of George Floyd begging for his mother and his life as Minneapolis police officers kneel on him.
I don't have a mama either, and I understand him.
Relax. For the first time in the trial, we're hearing Chauvin's voice in never-before-seen police body cam video that caught Chauvin defending the way police handled Floyd in an exchange with McMillan.
We got to control this guy because he's a sizable guy.
Yeah, and I thought he didn't get in the car.
Looks like he's probably on something.
McMillan telling the court he interacted with Chauvin days before the incident with Floyd and offered up some punishing comments.
I think I said to him 5 days ago, I told you at the end of the day, go home to your family safe, let the next person go home to their family safe, but the guy got to look at you as a maggot.
New surveillance video showing George Floyd in the store where he allegedly passed a counterfeit $20 bill. The cashier working at the time said during testimony he now feels guilty about calling the police.
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
In Minneapolis, I'm Camila Bernal.
Developing tonight, a Moline man is facing charges in the death of his 15-year-old stepson in November. He appeared in court today and asked a judge to lower his bail.
34-year-old Justin Kime was charged last week with criminal abuse and neglect of a person with a disability. Police say Kime and his wife were arrested after a 4-month-long investigation. They found the 15-year-old boy died after being severely malnourished, dehydrated, and neglected. Justin Kime was originally held on a bond of $500,000, but after a hearing in Rock Island County, the judge determined he had no prior adult conviction and was not a flight risk and lowered his bond to $250,000. Kime has to complete a drug and alcohol analysis along with DCFS approval for children to come back into the home.
A TV6 update now. Today, former Iowa congressional candidate Rita Hart is withdrawing her contest of the Iowa District 2 race from last year's election. Hart says that she rescinded her challenge after consulting several people she trusts. Former candidate also wished Iowa Congresswoman Marinette Miller Meeks good luck serving the district. As we go to break now, we here at TV6 want to send our condolences to the family and friends of Breasia Terrell.
We will have more news and weather, but first some images to honor the memory of Breasia.